now, live from the Blind Ninja Studios in Western Wisconsin, a show with no purpose, hosted by experts at drinking, and they're almost definitely wearing pants. It's time for the Department of Offense. Welcome to episode 216 of the Department of Offense. I'm your host, Casey. Joining me as always is Carlo.
Yeah, I'm here.
And Pete.
Hello.
And May.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, it's episode 216. Yeah. We did not have an episode last week because I was shitting like a motherfucker.
I heard.
Well, I had food poisoning last week, guys. Sorry about that.
Sometimes the burrito's just going to disagree with you.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
And you lost that argument.
I did. Repeatedly.
You just hear Casey in his bedroom arguing.
Lost again!
So you know what happened? Like, I'd have the discussion with my stomach. Hey, we don't have to do this again, do we? Like, no,
Casey, you have to do it.
I really don't want to. I really don't want to.
Purge.
If you don't get out of your bed right now, you're gonna have a mess to clean up.
Oh no, we got snow that day anyways, so
yeah, no, and
we did get a lot of snow.
Yeah, like the weather was shitty too, so I was like, nobody's gonna be too mad at me. I don't think, except our listeners.
And the snow's not supposed to start till 4 in the morning.
Did you unplug? Are you good, man?
no, I'm good.
All right.
I was just in the wheel of the chair.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. All right. Before we get too deep here, I'm going to give a shout out to our patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, head on over to patreon.com/blindnewstudios and become a patron today. If you're going to do any Amazon shopping, well, you need to click on blindnewstudios.com first and click on the Amazon link above our homepage. Then do your Amazon shopping, and then we get a bit of a kickback from Amazon. You guys know you still have like just a little bit of like Christmas money left over. Okay, probably not. You know what it is. You guys got to get Valentine's Day gifts now, right? That's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's in like
I was like, how long do I got?
3 weeks, I think. You got 3 weeks.
3 weeks. That's pretty good.
You only got 3 weeks. Right? And you got the Prime.
I got 20 days.
Well,
until
you got 21.
Yeah, 20 days until I got get my shit together.
It could arrive that day, man. You're good.
Oh yeah.
Pick something up on the way home from work.
Yeah.
Yep. Just stop and grab a crowler from Hop and Barrel.
No, that's exactly what came into mind. Like,
Yeah, make it really
exactly.
special.
Do something.
Exactly.
I got this shit figured out. Yeah. So so use our Amazon link. So Carlos, what have you been up to for the last 2 weeks?
Not a whole lot. I'm sure it wasn't last week, but the week before we recorded Soundwave. I'm sure that was fun. I can't remember what our topic was. That wasn't our New Year's, was it?
No, that was our first records.
Yeah, that was where we talked about we went over artists' first records, and then we would just choose an album, and that was fun. Let's see. It was yesterday, right? If I'm getting my days right.
2 days ago.
2 days
Well,
ago.
I mean, the day yesterday was yesterday.
No, when we recorded Tabletop Theater, and I was running one, and that was fun.
Oh, it was so fun to play again. I missed it.
Yeah, Casey got to be a dwarf bard.
yeah.
With a rhyme for every occasion.
Yeah, he wrote a lot of limericks.
Yeah. What's your source, man? You have a stash?
A lot of it he was typing while we were going.
About half of them I came up with at the table.
Oh, nice.
And so, I missed a lot of the story that was going on because I was just coming up with limericks.
Which is probably what the bard would be doing.
Which is exactly what the bard would be doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we got into the situations that we got into, but I had a rhyme to go with it.
It was a really full table. We had 6 people, but it was a lot of fun.
It was, I think it was one of our, I don't want to say it was one of our best sessions, but I want to say it was one of our more entertaining sessions that we've had in a long time, where it seemed like everybody was into it. Nobody was, if you're just getting into tabletop theater, skip ahead to February's stuff. This is where you want to start.
And we're gonna have to record again to finish the story because you did not finish it over 4 hours that we played.
Yeah, it was 4 hours and 40 minutes.
It to be 4 recording sessions, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, it's because that's kind of what they've been.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back into just doing one.
But
we'll see how that goes.
All right. Yeah, so that was my 2 weeks.
Okay. Oh, you go back to school finally. Again.
Yeah, this is the week I have to go back. Actually, like Saturday afternoon, I woke up.
Oh wait, no, we haven't talked about GDQ yet either.
Oh yeah, GDQ was a great week. They raised was it like $2.2 million again?
No, it was like so they broke their previous record, which was like 2.23 or something.
Yeah.
So they broke that, but it was still in like the 2.2 range, I think.
So that was a lot of fun to watch, like all the runners. And
what was your favorite run? If you had to choose one, you're like
the Bloodborne run was a lot of fun. Some of the other ones were like really good, but if you watch like speed runs all day, 7 days a week, you're gonna start falling asleep during some of them, like the Super Mario run.
I learned that Carlos snores this week.
Yeah, if I'm sleeping on the couch, I snore.
Yeah, and I have to yell at him.
Carlos,
you're snoring again. I didn't mean to. For those of you who don't know, Games Done Quick is a speedrun marathon that takes place twice a year. There's Awesome Games Done Quick in January, and then there's Summer Games Done Quick in July, and they raise money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. And they usually raise a crap ton of money.
Yeah.
I only watched 2 all the way through, and one was that Mega Man one, which I didn't see the whole thing. We saw most all of it. And then I watched the first Zelda run through. That was pretty
The
sweet.
Ocarina of Time one? Or
no, like the
original Zelda.
Yeah, they did a race.
The no up race?
Yep.
I haven't watched that one yet. Was it cool? Was it really cool?
It was pretty cool. I don't know what no up means, so I just was gone.
I think it means they can't scroll the screen up.
Oh. I don't know. I saw the screen go. I don't know if I saw him. I don't know.
Yeah. No. I watched I think the best one I watched was the Link of the Past randomizer race.
That was a cool one.
Where basically what this ROM does, it's the base Link to the Past game, but all of the items that are in chests are completely randomized. So when you open up a chest, you have no idea what item you're going to get.
Yeah,
Which
that was
could
a really
really hurt
cool
you.
one.
What?
Which could really hurt you.
Yeah. So they're both running on the same random seed. So they both are getting the same items. And it was really tight. Like they were taking like different paths and stuff, but I think they beat Ganon within a minute of each other, which was really cool to see.
Yeah, they were pretty close.
Yep.
Well, actually, didn't like one of the guys like lose against Ganon? And
yeah, because he didn't have the butterfly net.
Yeah, because they had talked about how he wasn't very good with the.
Yeah, so blocking. in that game, you can use the butterfly net to like beat the magic balls back, or you can use the bottle, or you can use the sword. But they were also doing a swordless run, so they didn't have a sword.
The guy was only good at using the butterfly net.
Watching these guys play a game like that, it's really entertaining until you realize the thousands and thousands of hours that they've dumped into playing
the knowledge of the game that you'd have to have.
I really wanted to watch the Breath of the Wild, but I just passed out. I'm like, no, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, the YouTube video I'm about halfway through. I've been watching it in like 20-minute chunks. Pete, what have you been up to, man?
Not much, dude. Just playing computer games. And I watched a little bit of GDQ. Batman Arkham Knight, I think.
That was a cool run.
That was cool. And Resident Evil.
Asylum.
Oh, the Resident Evil 7 run was...
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. That one was... That game is terrifying.
I think that's all I watched for that, but no, I haven't really done it. I haven't hit any breweries in like 3 weeks.
Oh, dude, are you getting the shakes?
No. I just haven't been drinking the beers.
The beers. Haven't had any of the beers.
But yeah, so I'm getting the itch. Probably gonna do that soon.
All right.
So that's it. Nothing.
All right. Matt, what have you been up to, man?
Work. Thrilling, I know.
Yeah, I'm enthralled.
I know. I can imagine just like you enthrall other people.
Well, you guys got to listen to Tabletop Theater for
that. Yeah, that's about it. Recording and then work. Yeah, I wish it was more, but no.
Yeah. I did the whole like watch GDQ thing. Then my buddy Jake came into town, and we did some drinking and eating bad burritos.
Did a bunch of drinking that weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys even showed up at Emma's. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I went to Emma's twice, 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. The second time Matt wasn't there. Matt was at home.
I was at home.
Yeah. But yeah, so did that. Then got food poisoning, which was pretty great, pretty awesome. Oh, I bought a Nintendo Switch this week.
Oh yeah.
That's
you
a thing
did?
that happened. Yeah,
Sweet.
I broke down and bought one because I was watching all like the Breath of the Wild runs and stuff, and I was like, oh man, that sounds like fun. That is a really cool little console because I've been playing it on my TV, and then today I was brewing, and I was like, well, I kind of like I just want to play some games, and I was able to like you just grab it, and now it's a portable system.
Mhm.
So I was able to sit on the couch and do that while I was, doing brewing stuff and able to put it down at a moment's notice and whatnot. And it suspends really well. And yeah, that was really cool.
So it's got HDMI, you said?
It is HDMI, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I was using it as the handheld on
I know, but yeah. I just mean like for how small it is. Like
Yeah, well, so the dock itself has HDMI.
Okay.
The Switch itself, and the crazy thing is all the ports and like everything is USB-C. So it's using like a standard charging port for like on the Switch itself, and then you take the USB-C and you put it into the dock, and that splits it into like it has like 2 USB ports and the HDMI and all that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really nifty little system. If they go down in price, I feel like everyone will have one at some
And
point.
if you got it, you can get Dark Souls portable.
Yeah, why? Why would you want to put?
Yeah, I don't.
that
That's if you had a. I don't think you'd be able to throw that controller like you could
Mhm.
with the regular Dark Souls.
Yeah, instead of being out, $50, you're out 300.
That controller was my console.
But yeah, no, it's a really cool thing. Yeah, I'm enthralled with how nifty it is.
You'll be able to get Pokemon on it too, because they're gonna have a Pokemon game for it.
Yeah. Well, so I picked up Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is a bizarre game. So it starts, like no Mario game starts Bowser taking Peach, but then you meet a sentient hat who becomes your hat, and then you learn that he can that if you throw him at other living creatures, you possess them, and you go into them.
Wow.
So I turned into a frog. I've become a T-Rex. It's weird.
For Mario, yeah.
There's a lot of existential questions like, is this moral? Am I soul raping these people? I don't know what's going on.
On the other hand, you gotta be a fucking T-Rex.
There is that. I was a T-Rex. But yeah, I don't know. It's been fun. So we should talk about some beer, huh?
Yeah, we can talk about some beer.
Oh.
Yep.
So we're gonna dive into 3 different beers today, and they're all from the same brewery, Remedy Brewing Company in South Dakota. We've had one of these on the show. And these are the last 3 growlers that I brought up. Because they're getting old, and I was hoping to save them until we could get them on the show, but we haven't been able to schedule that yet. So I'm gonna have to make another trip down there to get new crowlers when they decide to come on the show. So the first one going around is Espina Mexican Lager. The description on the website is, those days at the lake or pool that only the cleanest, freshest, ever so slightly citrus beers will do. If the previous sentence made any sense to you whatsoever, then Espina is for you. Inspired by beachgoers, world travelers, and aficionados of lighter, tempered beers, Espina will leave you refreshed, but ready for more. At an ABV of 4.2%, you can sip on this treat from the South all day long. So yeah, 12 IBUs, 4.2% ABV.
Well, this one's just 4.3%.
And that small brewery having,
I know.
little tiny.
Wanna
barrels.
It's not gonna
Hand me your cups, then I'll just do that again.
Oh yeah.
Pour some in there. There you go. Some more.
Yeah, I
Alright.
couldn't pour it in my big cup because my
So
big cup's
Carlos,
still
we're
full.
gonna start with you again.
I
we always
I
do.
grabbed the wrong beer. What kind of beer did you say this one was again?
It's a Mexican lager. Oh, it's a fruity Mexican lager.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice light lager. You could definitely drink this on a nice summer day.
There's a grapefruit character. No. Almost like a fruit punch.
Yeah, it's got a light fruit flavor in there. It's not quite enough to I can't quite tell what fruit it is, but yeah, pretty good.
All right, Pete.
Tastes like a pretty crisp lager. Pretty clean. Yeah, very, very drinkable. The water profile or whatever the fuck is pretty good.
One of those smart sounding things. God damn
The
it.
good happening mouthfeels in this one.
All right, Matt.
It's like a kind of bready Corona, easy drinking. The fruit that you're tasting, I think I taste bread. I don't know.
No, there's definitely a breadiness there.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Man,
But
this would be-
otherwise, it's like a Corona, very easy, crisp.
This would actually be really good with some Mexican food.
Yeah.
I want some Mexican food.
Now I want Mexican food.
We're going. No, you're not going.
You're not
You're
going.
not going. We're
Well,
all
unless
going.
we go somewhere else.
Why can't I go?
You can get a margarita.
But no food?
The burritos, they don't like you.
The burritos don't. No, but what about nachos, man? I've never
Yeah,
had a
he's
fight with a
obsessed
nacho.
with nachos.
Well, there you go.
Never met a nacho that fought me back.
Do a
Just want an
nacho.
enchilada. Come on.
What about a
All right.
chimichanga?
Chimichanga
So this beer's
with
making us
cream
hungry.
sauce.
Yeah, no, it's clean. It's slightly fruity. It's ridiculously refreshing. If it was 80 degrees outside, I would crush a can of this without a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carlos, give me a number.
It's a really good lager. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Ooh.
Yeah, for like a lager, like it's like you got
Yeah.
just enough taste in there to. So yeah, an 8. What about you, Pete?
We're gonna go with an 8.2 on this one.
Oh.
Not an 8.25, just an 8.2.
Yeah. I had already determined that before his 8.0. So
I'll just go with the 7.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kind of with Matt's rating there. 7.5, 7. Well,
If that bread character was out of there, then it'd be really high.
I don't really get a
7.5.
big bread character to it.
It's like I like the fruitiness. I feel like there's a lot of it, and I'd like that toned down just a little bit, and then I'd give it an 8. But
Yeah,
7.5 seems right.
You like that fruitiness, like with the grain belt? I can't stand that sweetness in
Yeah.
a grain belt. Gross.
Oh no, grain belt
Isn't
was
that wheat?
terrible. I can't.
Yeah,
stand
You
grain
get a
it's-
fruitiness from the wheat,
From
right?
the wheat, yeah. I would almost drop the wheat out of this, and then you would just have this crisp, clean,
Mm.
like almost like a good Dos Equis.
A good Dos Just replace it with this, and Dos Equis is a great beer.
I'm excited to go on the island and drink some cans of Corona again, though. That was like perfect.
Dude,
It was perfect.
Corona cans are the best Corona.
Wait, what island?
Madeline.
Madeline Island.
Oh,
You
that
brought the
island. I was thinking like tropical for some reason. I was like, hey, where are you guys going? I was like, going to Europe and going to Puerto Rico and going to.
I'm just traveling everywhere, man.
But you meant the ocean. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah, going up to the ocean.
Going up to the
the Atlantic.
You can't see the other side. It's an ocean.
Yeah, we're
Nope.
creeping up closer and closer to our gallon of nacho cheese, right?
You gotta do that not on the last night.
Not on the last night.
I don't think we're gonna do that again.
Well,
Is there a half gallon? Can we go with half
yeah,
gallon?
is there like a half that amount? Like,
I don't know.
all right, Pete, you want to pop open the nonsense?
Or, I mean, we could also just make our own. No.
We could do
Or
that.
we could get like 3 Tostitos ones, which
We
is
could
better
just do
than that.
fondue, man.
We could do fondue.
Fondue.
More like fondue. Am I right?
Or we could do a different giant thing.
Oh, a different giant thing.
I do like a different giant thing. Oh, you got some more of that lager, man?
Yeah.
What, that 7.0 lager, huh?
7.5.
I'm just kidding.
All right, I didn't give it a 0.2
That's a pretty good. That's a bump from
from whatever Carlos did.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
No,
All
not
right.
from whatever. No, you got me all around.
All right, so this going around right now is the Nonsense IPA. The description on this is it's getting regal darn ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Trying to find clever names for beers anymore that aren't already in use. It's just nonsense. We love our IPA because it has awesome citrus, earthy, tropical notes balanced out with an ever so slightly sweet malty backbone. Pour, sip, enjoy. That's all there is to it. It's about 7% ABV with 85 IBUs.
It's pretty nice.
And it's all darn ridiculous.
Glad we didn't wait on this one. Don't want that IPA to go taste.
Well, that was part of the reason I was like, we need to knock these out. Carlos, we're starting with you.
It's a nice solid IPA, that's for sure. It's not a super hazy one, or at least I don't think. Let me double check.
No, it's super Midwest.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, solid IPA. I don't really have a whole lot else to say about it. Like the hop, it's not super hard on the hops, on the hop taste, but yeah,
I get some bitterness, and it's pretty good.
That's all I got.
I mean, it's kind of bitter for me.
All right.
Maybe we need to get Pete a sheet list of like different descriptions.
Just anything, literally anything.
It tastes
Random word, please. Thank you.
Tastes like aku.
No.
Aku.
I was trying to think.
The mouth feels like having a pineapple.
No, it's got a little bit of grapefruitiness to it, and I think like that's the kind of bitterness that I'm getting there. It's not like a hoppy bitterness, really. I mean, I know that's what it's from, but
you're right about that.
I know.
I know.
I just couldn't remember
the words.
Yeah, grapefruit. What is a grapefruit?
I enjoy this. I wouldn't mind it being more that 5%, and then I could drink it all the time.
Yeah, but then you're in pale ale territory.
Oh well.
This is actually 5.5.
Oh, is this?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
are you looking at the wrong?
I think
I'm
the other
one,
one's 6.9.
Oh, the nonsense. This is only 5.5.
Oh, you said 7 earlier.
Well, that's what it says on the website.
Oh,
he has the can.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
so then
very
it's perfect.
best.
I like
Matt's just like, all right, this thing went up 5 points. All right, we're good to go.
It's good. It's an easy drinking IPA.
You know, this IPA is like it's good for like days like today when it's not too cold and you just want like a beer to drink.
I like Casey's how beer is depends on the weather. I like that.
It really does.
I like it.
You want certain beers for certain weathers. When it's super cold, you want a big, chewy, alcohol-y beer. Like something that's gonna warm you up from the inside out. When it's a little nicer, you want something that has some alcohol, but it's a little easier drinking because it's warm enough to actually get shit done.
Mm-hmm.
When it's ridiculously hot, you want something like the Espina, something light, crisp, something refreshing. Like the weather definitely factors into my beer consumption.
Oh yes.
But then sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, no, this is a really good IPA. Like there's nothing like I wouldn't say you have to go to this brewery because of their IPA.
Oh no, definitely not.
But I would say, hey, go to this brewery. Their IPA is solid.
There are a lot of breweries out there where their IPAs are not solid.
No, their IPAs either suck or
they're like, and they have better stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like the thing I like about this brewery, and like this might be a little, like I don't know, knob swallowing, but anyway, they don't have like none of the beers that I tried were bad. They were all solidly made beers, and I like that in a brewery.
That's a good goal for a brewery to have.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to say it,
I know, right?
You fucking shouldn't. But how many breweries have you gone to where you had like one really good beer,
a lot,
and then you have another one that's just completely terrible?
Many. It's a good call on us starting with that Mexican one and then going to the IPA because I just had the Mexican one again. It's not good.
No?
Nope.
Not going backwards.
Nope, not going backwards. Not good.
The flavors don't meld well.
So you got some more of that IPA over there?
All right. And then we have one final one.
Well, we got
score. Oh, that's right. We got to score. Yeah, go score that one, Carlos.
Yeah, I'll score for everybody, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna give it a 7 because it's a pretty solid IPA, but like it's like there's only so much you can like do to like really jump out on like the IPA scale. But I'm gonna go 7.5 because I was really sad that it was gone when I was like done drinking it.
I thought you said 7. I was like, you son of a bitch, because I'm going 7.2 on this one. It was good.
Oh, you said 7.2. Sorry.
Yep.
I thought that said possibly brewed in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, but it says proudly.
Possibly?
Possibly? Oh, it says-
Maybe?
Well, I mean, they might be planning for bigger things, contract brewing, I'll give this a 7.5 again.
Yeah, 7.5 seems about right. It's a really solid IPA. That Midwest style where it's balanced with the malt and the hops. You can taste them both, and it doesn't completely wreck your palate like some of the other IPAs that we've had have. All right, so next going around, we have Keep It Safe. I don't have a long description for this one, but this is their Australian Pale Ale. Strong nose of pineapple, toffee malt back, only Aussie hops.
I thought it was going to be an Australian sparkling. Like weird.
No, not an Australian sparkling. Well, so the Australian sparkling and the Australian pale ale, they're very similar.
Is there any name brand Australian pale ales that we know of?
There's a name brand Australian sparkling ale, but which is Cooper's, but I don't know of any pale. This is honestly the only commercial Australian beer that I've ever found, like Australian style.
Oh, okay.
That I found stateside.
But do they keep it secret on top of keeping it safe?
So this is actually part
Doesn't
of
matter.
a 2-part series.
Oh yeah,
Yes, they did an American Pale Ale and then the Australian Pale Ale.
you didn't have both of them.
No, because they only had to keep it safe when I was.
Yeah, it doesn't really have much smell.
I drank a lot of pints of this. What is the ABV?
6.9.
Yeah, 6.9 on this
6.9,
one.
Yep. Drink a lot of this.
That's good.
I mean that IPA before it is really fucking me over, but it's good. I like it. I want to get more toffee, but I can't.
I get a lot of it's almost like a candied pineapple
Yeah, I don't like
is what
that.
I get, and I really like that flavor.
Me too.
That is weird.
Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this.
Yeah, it definitely was this. Me and Carlos complete opposites of you two.
I don't even know how to describe this.
I'll start then, just to give you a little
Alright.
little help. Yeah, no. So it's like there is the pine, like also like a candied pineapple. I mean, if you split the two flavors apart, I could see where they're getting the toffee.
Would that be your bitter and pineapple going together type thing? The toffee?
Well, no. So you get there's like that malty sweetness
Yeah.
that combines with the citrus bite of the pineapple.
Did they actually put pineapple juice in this thing?
Nope. And so that's where I'm getting it's almost like a candied pineapple. Like if you fried up some pineapple with some sugar or whatever.
Caramelized.
Yep.
Grilled pineapple.
Yep. Finishes with just a little bit of like an IPA or pale ale bitterness, but fairly clean. There's a little bit of lingering hop character, but it keeps me coming back for more. Crystal clear, amber colored. Aroma is straight pineapple though. You don't smell anything else other than pineapple in the aroma.
It's kind of hard to describe as far as compare it to a different beer, just because it really is a different kind of beer. This Australian.
Yeah.
Damn Aussies.
Right. It's like they're from Oz or something.
Where everything's down under.
Follow the yellow brick road.
What? That's not in Australia.
You said. So
I said
from
Oz.
Oh, all right. I was thinking of Australia, the country, and not fucking the Wizard of Oz. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry you can't pick up on changes, Carlos. Pete?
Rating?
No. Just talk about it. What do you think?
Oh, I haven't talked about it yet. Well, yeah, I want a little bit more toffee there. I get a little bit, but I did some more of the beer. I'm looking for that candied pineapple. Getting it in the vape, but not in the beer yet.
Did you put the beer in the vape, man? That's
Maybe you vape and then blow it into the hole there.
Blow it into the hole.
Blow the
Hey,
hole.
now there's an idea.
Do
New
not
way
want
to
any more
drink
of that.
beer.
I will take more of that when it gets around to me again.
I like it. It's good. I've not had many Australian style beers.
I think my first mistake was thinking it was going to be an Australian sparkling and getting all excited.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
Then finding out it was a pale ale, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm pretty excited for that. And then not even getting a pale ale in my mouth. It was kind of like,
You did get a pale ale in your mouth.
You better get a pale ale
Barely.
in your mouth soon.
Barely.
How is this not a pale ale?
well, compared to like Moon Man and other pale ales I'm used to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't
No,
expecting that.
I mean, I guess it would. I guess pale ale wise, this would be closer to like Summit EPA
No, I don't even taste that. So much. No.
with the hop character and.
Well, yeah, like if you minus everything else that we've been talking about at the back end there, you do get that hop character. That's for me anyway. I don't know. It's all right.
I love it. I could drink this beer all the time. I mean, at 7%, I shouldn't drink it all the time. I do find it funny that the pale ale has a higher ABV.
I was gonna say
Then
when
the-
you're like when I was like, well, if it's more around that 5% like session IPA, but you're like, well, that'd be hot pale ale.
Oh no,
territory.
all right, 5% is not session. Do never say that again.
Okay, sorry.
Jesus Christ, we're trying to make this a safe space for session.
So
No.
session can be
Session is under 5.
so it can be 4.9 and here
It could be
okay.
4.9.
Oh,
You
my
can call it
God.
sessionable. But once it's that, because you have to have a hard cutoff for session.
5 would be a hard
No,
cutoff for
4.9.
session.
Well, yeah, you can't have a session beer at 5.
Okay.
Well, maybe it's 5.5 in Wisconsin.
What?
It's a Wisconsin.
Yeah, right. Well, you gotta factor in your area.
No. You need a hard cutoff.
And once it's below 5, it's just a light beer.
Otherwise, you can start calling any pale ale. No, this is just a session IPA. No, it's a goddamn pale ale. Ah, sorry, that is beer
That is
angry
homebrew
nerd coming
bound
out.
coming
Yeah,
up in this show.
I apologize. I recorded Homebrew Band right before this. And see, usually there I just have Rick agreeing with me. Not like this talking back.
Difference of opinion?
No, I really like this beer. I've already talked about it though. So I suppose I should give my rating first then, huh?
Sure.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Whoa,
Wow.
dude.
I really like this beer. I'm gonna give it 8.5.
Nice score.
I'm going to give it a 7. Like, it may be hard to describe, but it's still a good beer.
Give it a 7.7 here.
I'll go 6.5.
Sounds about right. Well, Remedy, you're doing pretty good so far because all of the scores have been
Mhm.
in the uppers. I don't think we have another. Well, we haven't done a whole lot of like multi beers from a single brewery though.
No, it's true. Nonsense. Give it to me.
And now the Department of Defense presents news with Casey.
That's me. Right, guys, we're gonna do some news. There's so much news. Last week, Saturday at 8 a.m. local time, Hawaiians got a bit of a scare when an emergency alert mistakenly went out warning them of an imminent nuclear attack. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah.
It was ballistic missile. Okay.
Yeah, a nuclear one. Okay. All right. This obviously sparked panic on the islands with people putting children into sewer drains and stockpiling
What?
goods as fast
Wait, put him in sewer drains?
Get in there.
Is that going to protect them being into the sewer drain?
better than not being in the sewer
What would
drain.
you do? Probably the same.
Yeah, no, there were pictures of
But
like
I would-
people just like put like stuffing children into the drains.
Put a tarp over it.
Well, like apparently they didn't have basements.
I guess.
So sewer drain is the next best thing.
Well, maybe they should get some basements then.
Then- yeah, but then like the dude who's like too fat to fit down into the sewer drain can't get down there, and he just plugs the hole.
And then everybody dies.
Well, yeah, because only
Jesus.
Jeez, it
Whoa.
got dark, man.
That
I don't-
escalated.
well, I mean, there's a nuclear weapon coming.
Moral of the story: don't be the big fat guy who kills everybody else.
Go to the Weight Watchers thing.
Or maybe don't clog the drain.
All right. Anyway, they were stockpiling goods as fast as they could until another alert went out 38 minutes later, telling everyone that it was a false alarm. One of the most entertaining things that come from this disaster was the statistics that Pornhub released on Wednesday. Between 8:07 when the alert began and when the alert ended, they saw a 77% decrease of normal traffic from Hawaii.
Something's going on.
So like,
I mean, so like people are starting to. It's not completely impacting their like porn.
23% are
activity.
still gonna finish it up.
they're like, well, I started this. I'm not gonna.
If I'm gonna die,
But
this is a good video.
the most entertaining bit of this is at 8:45 when the alert ended, or like when the thing came out. Like, oh no, it was a mistake. Whatever. They saw a 48% increase of normal traffic. So like traffic bounced back to normal immediately, and then went 48% past that.
Well, they had
Because like, oh shit, we're gonna live. I'm gonna jerk one out.
well, they got hit with this relief. All of a sudden, it's like I gotta do something with this energy I have now.
Gotta channel it in a constructive way.
It's a new life. This will be the first time in my new life.
Well,
Immediately.
time to go on Pornhub.
All right. A college student in Utah has been taken to the hospital after ingesting a Tide Pod, according to the authorities. Utah State University student was taken to an area hospital, but details about an exact condition were not immediately available. A call came in late Saturday afternoon about an incident on campus on-campus housing. According to Eric Warren, director of media relations at the university. Campus police initially called it a Tide Pod overdose. Because
a normal dose?
apparently there's an underdose or a normal dose.
The normal dose is nothing.
No Tide Pods.
He's had Tide Pod.
This boy's on Tide Pod. I don't understand. So I thought this Tide Pod thing was like happened like a year ago. Like when they first came out, because like College Humor, like earlier this year, or maybe it was like last year, had like the Tide Pod video where like they look so enticing and they look like candy, and the one character kept eating them.
They're not gushers. they're definitely not gushers.
But they look like gushers.
They look so good.
Oh my god! If they were like giant-sized gushers, though, I would definitely eat them.
Carlos,
but they're not.
They're
not.
But they're not, and you have to keep reminding yourself.
Let's clarify that for our listeners that Tide Pods are not giant gushers, in case they would make that mistake.
Yeah, but so now, out of nowhere, Tide Pods are back in the news because morons are eating them again,
or smoking them too,
or vaping
challenge
them,
or something. I think right now.
What? That's not a challenge. Like, let's see how your body reacts to poison.
Actually, it's
the challenge.
Isn't there a Tide Pod challenge like from Tide? Like not about eating it, but like they just called it Tide Pod challenge.
That might be true. Like, use this Tide Pod in your thing.
And now it's like the Tide Pod challenge is to actually eat it.
Yeah, it's the latest online craze.
You guys ever notice that none of this shit happens over here? We always just have to hear about it from somewhere else. Like apparently people here just like it's stupid to eat a Tide Pod. What community?
Well, this is
makes it
Wisconsin,
okay?
So like, there's just beer and there's cheese.
Yeah, no,
Like,
everyone's
they don't need
too
anything else.
drunk to look at Tide Pods.
Well, we
and be
get
like,
drunk
"Those
and we
look
read the news.
like those look delicious."
The challenge appeared to begin as a joke on The Onion, actually.
That actually makes a lot more sense. The Onion finally like caught up with some stuff, and they're like, "Oh, hey, this will be a funny joke now that like is died down a little bit." And then some YouTuber was like, "Oh, I bet this will get views. Logan Paul do it. I'll do it too."
Logan Paul.
I don't like
I hope he
sometimes.
eats all the Tide Pods.
And so, I don't.
Well,
Like,
but then he'll be hanging in the forest.
or maybe he just died because they're just poison.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So they called it a Tide Pod overdose, but Warren said the student in question ingested a Tide Pod. That is a Tide Pod overdose. You can't say, "Well, no. Actually, they just ate a Tide Pod. That's not an overdose." They just say one.
So there's normal dose.
Yeah,
Apparently.
that's the same thing as drinking just a thing of detergent.
Yep. Warren said
Overdose.
it's unclear why the student ingested the Tide Pod. For students and members of our university who are feeling overwhelmed, we have service. He thinks it was a suicide attempt.
What
else would it be?
Challenge search on YouTube.
What else is
and
he gonna say?
He's like, I guess he
You can't
wanted
just
to
say
kill
you
himself.
can't just say don't eat Tide Pods. They're not food. It's like what? The only reason would be you want to poison yourself, right?
Don't drink bleach. It's not food.
Maybe the takeaway from this is that maybe
But I
Gushers
feel
should make a
unclean on
giant
the
Gushers.
inside. I'm stained on the inside.
Earlier this month, doctors warned people not to eat the laundry pods due to health concerns. The warning was sparked by social media posts and online videos of people participating in a challenge that involves eating the pods and filming the reaction. So you'll get burns to the skin, burns to the eyes, a lot of problems that are more severe, burns to the respiratory tract, burns to the esophagus. Dr. Joe Krug of St. Vincent Health in Indiana said.
So an all around not a great time. All right.
Idiots.
Like, do you have something you don't want burned? Because that's going to get burned by Tide Pods.
Oh, I just realized though that we fucked up when we did a fruit snack episode. We should have had Gushers.
That's part of the
We
challenge.
did have Gushers.
No, we didn't.
Oh, no, we didn't, because we just did straight fruit snacks. We could do a Gusher tasting episode.
It would just be eating Gushers. I'm against
That's what we
it.
did during the fruit snack episode.
That was different brands of fruit snacks. Like how many different
No,
brands?
there's off-brand versions of
There's a
Gushers.
new Gusher commercial on TV, and they're creepy as fuck.
The original Gushers commercials were creepy as fuck.
It's good, so nothing's changed there.
What?
I mean, not as like creepy as the Go-Gurt commercial
Or the
but-
Capri Sun commercials
Or
where
Skittles
everybody's
Pox.
a T1000.
Yep.
All those kids were actually T1000s.
90s commercials were just weird. Can we just agree on that?
They were. There's a lot of weird ones out there still, though.
I haven't watched commercials in so long. I feel like I'm out of the loop, the marketing loop.
Only when YouTube makes me watch
Get back in the
commercials.
loop.
A North Carolina man who made headlines when he was caught for break-ins after winning a donut eating contest has been arrested again, and this time he is accused of stealing from a donut shop. The Virginian Pilot newspaper reports 27-year-old Bradley Hardison of Elizabeth City was charged Thursday with stealing from a Dunkin' Donuts in November. An Elizabeth City Police Department statement says he's charged with felonies including breaking and entering and larceny. It wasn't clear how many donuts he ate. But I mean, if he's a donut eating champion, you would think like at least 20, right? Like, what's a
Yeah.
reasonable amount of donuts for a donut eating champion to eat?
I don't know. What is it for a normal person?
Yeah, I'd say it had to be like 50 donuts.
What? No. You can't
Donut-
eat 50 donuts and sitting just
Donut
because.
eating champion.
Yeah, you just don't eat donuts nonstop. You
Okay,
have to-
no, you guys are way off.
It's like 100 and some.
So Jamie McDonald ate 5 dozen Krispy Kreme donuts in 9 minutes and 17.28 seconds.
But you can't
And
do that-
That's the world record.
But you can't do that on a regular basis.
So 60 some. So I was right.
I don't know, guys. He was way off with his 9 or whatever.
They just gotta
Nine
think of
donut-
hot dogs. It's like 100 hot dogs or whatever that they have to eat in those things.
I actually had a dream.
No,
about
you were
it.
off, Matt.
I feel like I would
What?
do well at a hot dog eating.
Or
competition.
is just 5 dozen?
If I
thought it
could
was
use
9
ketchup.
dozen.
5 dozen, yeah, 60.
60 even.
Yeah.
In 9 minutes. I feel like that's a reasonable
Yeah,
number of
especially when
donuts.
you're taking water and getting them all moist.
That's just
And
gross.
And
how-
Krispy Kreme donuts are already pretty moist.
Yeah, you don't need water. They just slide right down.
Yeah.
They're like mostly air. You just gotta like squeeze all the
you
air out.
you
as you're
squish
eating.
them and you make a donut hole.
You guys are
Oh,
making me-
yeah.
I could win one of these competitions.
It's a donut hole competition.
Well, hang on.
Oh,
Donut hole
Eating competition.
eating
Near me.
record. Hang on.
near me.
No, that's the same fucking thing that popped up. I want to know how many donut holes.
You guys are making me hungry.
Maybe the guy did actually smash them into holes.
Oh, so the fastest time ever to eat 5 donut holes is 17 seconds.
What? That's it? God, I don't even practice.
And you can eat 5 donut holes in 17 seconds?
I think I could.
That's like a mouthful, right?
All right, so next week, Pete is going to break the record.
If you get
This
donut
seems
holes,
safe.
I will do it.
Oh,
This
I am
seems
going-
safer than the saltine challenge. So.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
Or the Tide Pod one.
Yeah, that
Wait,
too.
the
No.
saltine challenge?
I
Why is
will
that not
buy
safe?
donut holes
Does
for
your
next
stomach
week.
turn into,
just
like-
to
No,
see
because of
Pete
how
try to
dry
eat
it is
them
when you choke on them
in
before it
under
turns slow.
17 seconds.
5 donut holes?
5 donut holes in under 17.44 seconds.
As long as you get the what? Do they have to be a certain kind?
No, you can choose your kind of donut hole.
Probably plain. Huh?
With glazed?
Really?
Plain or the well, I don't know about
No, you don't want the powdered sugar ones.
No, fuck no.
No, I mean
Fuck
those
no.
are the best donut holes.
No powdery one.
The
No, I know,
sugar-
but plain
chocolate's
I
probably not a
feel like
good
you want
idea either.
glazed because it adds the sugary
But I
slide.
get sick of them after a couple.
Well,
You
good
only
thing he only
eat
entered 5
5.
in 17 seconds.
All right. Well, probably glazed, but it's to be
You get to
determined.
decide by next Sunday what kind of donut holes you
TBD.
want.
But you guys tune in next week, and Pete is going to attempt the world record of donut holes.
Or choke trying.
Get the small.
We better have Rick here for the Heimlich maneuver.
We'll have EMT standing by.
Jen, I'm
Heimlich,
sorry.
please.
Rick,
Thank
you have to be
you.
on the show next week.
Yeah, either Rick or Jen. Like,
Oh yeah, true.
Hello, Jen. We're calling you because Pete just died. He got
Jen would be like,
he was
"Oh,
killed
I
by donut holes."
I don't care. He was trying to eat fucking donut holes. Fucking
this
deserves
is
it.
stupid.
He doesn't need donut holes, but it's for the challenge.
All right.
It's not the world record, Jen.
Think when your husband to be known for something?
What was that? Was that towards me? I can't see through the vape cloud.
A man traveling from Iceland to London was turned away from a British Airways flight after he wore 8 pairs of pants and 10 shirts to avoid paying for excess luggage. Ryan Carney Williams, who goes by the name of Ryan Hawaii. I already hate this guy.
Is that his Twitter
Oh,
handle?
that would be so hot sitting in the plane. Like,
But I don't know. I'm with him on this.
Was
just bring a
due to
backpack.
fly from
You get a carry-on.
Keflavik Airport on Wednesday when he was refused a boarding pass by the airline. He was reportedly stopped from boarding his flight back in the UK after he put on all the clothes that wouldn't fit in his checked luggage. Taking to social media to document the debate, Mr. Hawaii tweeted at British Airways, "Hi, being held at Iceland Keflavik Airport because I had no baggage. Put all the clothes on and they still won't let me on. Racial profiling? No.
I don't think.
No, you're just an
racial
idiot.
Profile that.
Sadly for Mr. Hawaii, the ordeal did not end there, and he was turned away from a second flight with EasyJet the following day. And again, refused from 2 flights in 2 days for no valid reason, he tweeted. Yes, no, there's a valid reason. You're wearing 17 pairs of pants.
They should just do like the charge him for 2 seats because if he's like eating up extra space.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like, what if he has heat stroke on the airline?
Well, what if he has to pee?
oh my god, that'd be terrible.
He has to undo 10 zippers.
How did he wear that many pairs of pants? Like, is it just shirts? Because you can't.
No, it was shirts and pants.
You can't overlap pants like that. They just
Apparently you can.
no.
That last pair must have been pretty hard to get out.
There was no way he buttoned that.
No.
Can you imagine going through security?
With all the hassle that it took him for how many days to try and get to Iceland? Oh my god, just fucking pay the Pete. Oh.
A spokeswoman said the decision to deny boarding was absolutely not based on race. We do not tolerate threatening or abusive behavior from any customer. We'll always take appropriate action.
This is not threatening or abusive behavior from
No.
him.
Mr. Hawaii
Sure
has
it
now arrived back in the UK after taking a flight with a Norwegian airline because they'll take anybody.
Well,
No matter how many
They have
layers
standards. They're just low.
I guarantee the guy was probably pretty threatening if his name was something Hawaii.
No, his name isn't something Hawaii. His name is Ryan Williams, but he goes by the name Ryan Hawaii.
But I mean, yeah, just how he's talking to the flight attendants, he's probably being.
He
an
sounds
asshole.
like he was probably just being a complete and utter dude.
Well, you're just being a douchebag when you just decide to wear 10 pairs of clothes.
But he does say he was waiting politely in the queue with other passengers.
Well, I don't doubt that at all.
and everybody was looking.
No,
at
he
him.
was just turned away because he was wearing 10
And
pairs.
then once security was called, he started to film. And they tried to slap the phone out of his hand, but he moved and continued to film.
Well, if they slapped the phone out of his hand that just got damaged, then they should be sued then.
Well, and they tried to, they failed.
yeah.
And he talked to 2 cops and explained his story. And they're like, "What? What are you doing? You are a ridiculous human being, and we don't understand." All right. This brings us to our discussion topic for today, which doesn't have anything to do with Ryan Hawaii because that guy's a dick. But it does have something to do with something near and dear to my heart. Hotdish.
Yeah, that was
Everyone
a very
loves
good
Hotdish.
segue. Very good segue, Casey.
I mean, it
You
wasn't.
don't announce the segues.
When I hear
It was
10
a
pairs
shit
of clothes, when I hear 10 pairs of clothes, I think
I mean, he was
Hotdish.
hot. He was
Well,
hot.
yeah, 10 layers of food.
He might have been a dish. I don't know.
What a
Well,
dish.
I mean-
She's just such a dish.
Hot dish. What is hot dish?
Well, that's what I want to know. So first of all, what is the difference between a hot dish and a casserole?
Hot dish is a casserole.
We're just from Minnesota.
casserole
so casseroles are
is-
hot dishes,
A casserole.
No,
is,
are
it
they
covers,
interchangeable, or
No,
is
they're not
there-
interchangeable.
Is a hot dish a specific type of casserole?
It's that's exactly it.
Well, no, but what is it then?
Tater tot hot dish.
Wait, okay, yeah, no, apparently that's a hot dish with tater tots in it. But what that doesn't why can't we call it tater tot
Yeah, how
casserole?
strict is Hop and Barrel going to be about these our rules? for
That's what we're trying to
Could
figure
you
out
have-
right now.
Could you have a giant pan that's nothing but hash browns and a little ketchup on top?
No,
That's
that
not-
is hash browns with a ketchup.
But wouldn't it still be a hot dish?
No,
How is it not a hot dish?
There's
I don't
other
know.
shit in it. There's
Okay,
hash
first,
browns
all right,
and-
guys.
What has to be in it? What,
Hang on,
what
no,
determines
alright,
the-
There's
fine.
usually hamburger in there.
Oh,
There's usually a can of soup of some sort in there.
Okay,
you gotta put a can of soup in there?
It's
I am
like a
looking up-
cream of something.
I am looking up the definition of a hot dish and the definition of a casserole.
Because what if I just put a hamburger patty in there? with-
Casserole
okay,
covers
with a
a
hash brown.
spectrum.
All right, hang on. A
dish.
casserole, definition of a casserole, a large deep dish used both in the oven and as a serving vessel. The word is also used for food cooked in such a vessel. So
Well, you can literally just, as long as you can cook it in that vessel.
if all right, so a casserole is anything cooked in a casserole dish.
And a hot dish is anything cooked in that.
No, a hot dish.
It's just a Minnesota term for a casserole.
No, a hot dish is a casserole which typically contains a starch, a meat, and a canned or frozen vegetable mixed with canned soup. The dish originates from the upper Midwest region of the United States, where it remains popular, particularly in Minnesota, South Dakota, and North Dakota.
It remains popular.
So we're gonna have a million tater tot hot dishes to try at. If they have to do,
Doesn't
Yeah, but people
necessarily
get-
say taters.
People get creative.
yeah.
and then I'll be like, no, that's a casserole.
You could eat jambalaya
Doesn't
because
count.
it was
Zero,
made in a
zero,
casserole.
zero,
Well,
zero.
If it does not have a starch, a meat, and a canned or frozen vegetable with canned soup, not a hot dish.
Well, I suppose we didn't say.
But
we're
how do you
gonna
know? How do you know whether or not it's not a fresh vegetable in there?
Oh, you can tell.
You could, but
You
Why
know,
would you? Like frozen peas are way cheaper than real peas.
this vegetable is tasting way too good.
freeze the leftovers.
It's fresh. It's disqualified.
Well, we're not gonna fucking know the difference.
We're not.
All right.
We're just gonna assume everything's frozen or canned.
No, we should say that we're judging a hot dish competition.
not
hop
a
and barrel
casserole competition.
hot dish.
Yep,
So
hot dish. Yeah. So next week we will be right before DOO. We'll be judging a
I don't know if we're gonna make it for DO.
DOO might be late, but we're still doing DOO next week.
We have to somehow get back to town too.
So I'll be able to make us
Oh.
back because
Because
I'm coming straight from Stevens Point.
If this is like Emma's chili contest, the judges get to drink as much as they want.
I mean,
I will
mean,
follow in that story, and I will get you guys back for the show. And then I'll drink as much as I want here. Because drinking as much as I want is not an issue.
No, it's you're not going to run out of beer here. That's for sure. I don't know if you have photos up on Facebook, but it's,
I haven't taken a recent one, no.
it's looking pretty rough.
I was trying to find so I had 3 beers I needed to bottle yesterday. I was able to bottle 2 because I only have 19 empty bottles right now. Anyway, we're talking about hot dish. So Carlos, I feel like you have some very particular ideas about.
So it's
hot
got to
dish.
be like there's got to be a can of soup in there. There's got to be some sort of frozen vegetable in
well,
there.
I guess a better
A
question is:
starch.
did you grow up having hot dish as a kid?
No.
No.
Did not.
Pete, did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was your mom's hot dish?
So it's like canned green beans, like cream of chicken or probably cream of mushroom, probably. But yeah, tater tots like broiled on the top, like
Yep.
crispy brown fucking tater tots.
What was the protein in there? Was it ground beef?
Is pretty much ground beef.
Holy
or-
shit! I think your mom's or your hot dish was the same as mine.
Holy
Yeah,
shit,
I mean,
it
it
was
was-
mine too.
Wow,
That's because
It's all the same.
hot dish.
tater hot dish is the best hot dish, but you have to have the green beans in there. You lose the green beans.
I didn't like the green beans.
No, but you have to
At
have
all.
them in there. They tie the dish together.
How
Add
m-
color to your bland.
I would take green beans over peas because they're easier to pick out.
Well, I don't like peas in hot dish.
I'm gonna be picking out fucking like 1/3 of the main ingredients.
Yeah, I guess
it'd
my
be
mom
great
would
without
make some,
vegetables.
hamburger hot dish every now and then too, from like Hamburger Helper and stuff. You have your noodles, your meat. It's noodles instead of like
Now-
potatoes.
Oh,
I gotta-
that's the
And then
start.
there's no tater tots.
Wait,
on the
what
top.
kind of noodle? Like an elbow macaroni?
No, those spiral things that come in a.
Oh, the spiral noodles.
yeah,
Okay.
that
I've never had
come
a noodle in a-
hamburger hot dish.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if I've
So-
really.
Oh, you mean
had-
like Hamburger Helper?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's called hamburger hot dish.
Yeah. Okay.
So it says
Tater tots?
canned
No
soup,
tater
right?
tots.
Yeah. So,
So-
usually it's cream and mushroom.
But it
Or
could be
cream of
anything
chicken.
as long as it's like a canned soup, right?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
I've also had Italian hot dish.
You know, there's like the canned chili soup type stuff.
Yeah, you could do a can of chili.
Hamburger
So you
mac-
could
I've
do-
never had it with canned
It's all
chili.
hamburger helper meals, like totally.
But chili,
Yep.
And then you just start.
Wait, hang on. No. Chili is not a soup, though.
But if you have it like in
Right,
a
hang on.
It can be soupy.
No, but is
Chili's
chili
not a soup.
Chili's
No,
not a
it's not.
soup.
It's
It has
like-
to be a can of soup.
It's like a
Well,
cream of potato, cream of mushroom.
it's
cream
generally is, but it could be.
No,
like-
What if you use chicken and
Well, if
chicken
it's
and
a-
stars?
No, that's that. They're
That's a
talking
can
about
of soup.
It's a can of soup, like a cream of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're saying a can of soup, Matt. They're not saying
Read it again.
cream
It's
of
got to be a
something.
Read it
creamy
again.
though.
Okay.
This
A
is-
canned or frozen vegetable mixed with a canned soup.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's usually a cream of something.
no, oh yeah,
Usually
normally.
it is.
It might not be correct. It's the internet.
Because if you're doing that,
They don't know. They didn't even mention
'Cause
I don't know.
Wisconsin.
They're saying that hot dishes are commonly served at gatherings such as family reunions, potlucks, or church suppers. That all lines up.
so if we're
But,
going
yeah.
with the loose
But-
definition of soup,
Chili is not a soup.
Chili's not a soup.
Chili's not a soup.
even if it's like Campbell's,
Well, whoever
no,
wrote
that-
the description
that's
is probably
chili.
like, that is a can of soup.
No, chili is its own thing. Chili's not a soup.
well,
That's like calling stew a soup.
well, then my recipe I just came up with is not quite. I need to find a
Your
different. I need to
recipe
find
is a
different soup.
casserole, not a hot dish.
I need to find some other soup. Let me think. What is a soup that would
And
work?
were you just gonna say like chili fries?
It would have been great.
I think a
It
chicken.
would have been great.
I think a chicken wild rice soup would probably work, depending.
Oh, chicken wild rice.
See, this is
Yeah.
my problem with it. It's like
with
I've
some tater tots.
Alright.
and
Oh, you got to
some
have
broccoli.
tater tots. If it doesn't have tater tots, I'm not interested in what you're saying.
I've never
What about
had
hash
hot
browns?
dish.
Wait, you've
Oh,
never had
yeah,
hot
never.
dish?
So, but with
Like a
if you
breakfast
put
hot dish.
soup in
What
there,
did your mom make you to eat?
stuff that wasn't hot dish. But like if you use a soup, doesn't that make it too runny?
Something that wasn't a hot dish. Duh.
What?
Doesn't that like make it
No, because you bake it, so all the all
God.
the like the liquidiness evaporates.
That's why they tend to use the creamier ones.
Yeah.
Like cream potato, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom.
One of the most fun things about making hot dish is probably naming it afterwards, like ketchup surprise hot dish.
That sounds
Oh,
terrible.
You wanna
What's the
throw
surprise? What's the surprise on that?
That
one?
we use tomato
Oregon
soup.
meat cashew hot dish.
Like a breakfast one, that would be good. Breakfast.
Oh,
hot
breakfast
dish.
hot dish.
Ooh,
Oh, like some cream of mushroom soup.
but that's almost
Some-
like an egg bake. You don't want to use too
No,
much
no,
egg
no, you don't.
or no egg.
I
don't
wouldn't
think
use
eggs
any
are-
egg.
I don't think eggs are allowed in a hot
I don't
dish.
think
No,
so. So
they-
you got to do like
Why-
you're
wait,
saying
wait,
hash
it doesn't
browns?
say
I
they're
would
not
do
allowed.
hash browns,
Yeah.
cream of mushroom soup, bacon as your protein.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have anything on
And
top.
then-
of
or
it.
sausage
No, bacon and sausage.
or both.
And then I would do like a layer of pancakes on top.
Ooh. Or even a potato
And then
pancake.
just like a drizzle of maple syrup to finish it off.
Yeah, that could be.
All right, how about this? So for the starch, you're going to use potatoes, of course. But you're going to do potato wedges. The whole thing is just potato wedges.
Okay.
And then
So you're making poutine now.
so far, yes. Now the canned soup, I'm kind of iffy on this because I don't.
Gravy is not canned soup.
All right, so not gravy.
Cream of gravy.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be cream mushroom then. All right, it's gonna be cream of mushroom.
Okay, all right. I'm on board so far.
So I need a canned vegetable, right?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even think of this part.
corn.
It's just gonna be probably
I'd go for the trifecta:
or
peas, green beans, what is it? The carrots, corn.
Oh,
and-
carrots are good too, though. I don't know. Corn
the,
is good.
The frozen, like where it's the three of them or
Oh,
four of them.
frozen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Frozen green beans.
Frozen green beans.
Not
yeah.
corn,
Do not cook them.
Not corn.
but corn adds a sweetness.
Yeah. I
I'll
don't like
get to that.
corn. I don't like corn in a dish. Really.
So that's all.
But you can see what you've eaten later.
So
And
all
then-
the
I don't
meat
like
scores are going to be really
The
low
top
at
layer-
hot dish competition.
Now the top layer, cheese.
What's the meat?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to have meat. Steak. Not nice steak, but just
Not like a hot dish I've ever heard of.
well because this is
It's not
It-
plain
it-
and
it-
boring.
It's his first attempt.
yeah, it's a bunch of potatoes with cheese.
You
and it's
you
meat.
literally described a hot dish.
I know, and I'm not very particular about the soup.
So what are you guys' thoughts on like like the little onion straw things?
That's in a green bean casserole,
You can also put them in a hot dish.
I guess, but that's the only time I think of those.
Green bean casserole.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, and the difference between green bean casserole and hot dish are potatoes and meat.
Mhm.
Like if you're making a green bean casserole, you might as well make a hot dish.
Yeah.
That is the thing that I'm always like when I'm eating green bean casserole. I'm like, there should really be like some hamburger in here or something.
Hamburger and potatoes. Like,
There was a reason I had to turn down though being a judge for the competition though because I have no experience.
Oh, Carlos
with
turned it
food.
down.
Why
You
would you
turned
turn
it
it
down?
down?
Yeah, I told
When
you.
did you
they
turn
don't
that
care if
down?
we have
Yeah, when you brought it up, it's like I can't do that.
You
And
shitting
you asked,
me?
and you asked Rick.
oh yeah, no, and that's true. I did ask for it.
Well, we can all do it. We're all being
Yeah, we're all gonna do it. You're coming.
It's only
Well, I
5
was gonna
people.
come anyways.
You're gonna do
I'm
it.
gonna judge.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna judge. Okay.
I'm gonna judge.
I'm gonna judge.
I'm really good at judging.
Except we have
things.
lutefisk the day before, so I'm like, I don't know if I can eat anything.
All right, I guess.
Lutefisk,
I
not a hot dish.
I get pumped up for lutefisk, not the lutefisk. I only have a
I know
tiny
that,
piece
but I
of it.
mean all the shit that we eat on top
This
of
is gonna
lutefisk.
be
yeah, that side
Yeah.
pork. Oh man, I wish it wasn't the same.
my
day
rating's gonna
as,
throw off all the averages.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
for sure. Then
You don't know. I don't like vegetables, so they're
Yeah.
all getting zeros.
No,
if there's
you guys are
vegetables.
gonna be.
They're all getting zeros if there's vegetables.
Yeah, but there has to be vegetables in order for it to be a hot dish.
And now that we've had this conversation, we're like, no, that's a casserole. Zeros.
This,
There is gonna be that. There's gonna
so
be a
this
lot
is
of that.
Not a hot
Like,
dish.
what
It's
is
just
the
a
soup in
casserole.
this? What is the soup? Oh, it's chili. Yeah, not a hot dish. You're
Well, that's the same with
disqualified.
the chili competition too. And the judges are talking about it's like the first question you're supposed to is this chili?
if they bring
Yeah,
me,
is this actually chili?
if they put poutine in front of me, they get a 10.
All right, so if you guys want to win the hot dish,
No, that would just consider me. Everybody else
Just be
is
one
disqualified.
zeros for me.
Just re-listen to this episode for all the ingredients that we want.
Yeah, but the problem is one hot dish will not make all of us happy
Yes. Right. So
because it sounds like Matt and I are purists, and you're gonna pull out all the vegetables, and Carlos is just gonna eat the potatoes.
I'm the wild card.
I think I want venison and hamburger meat in mine.
Ooh, venison would be really good.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Somebody probably will. It's fucking Wisconsin.
What other creams of soups are there?
Cream of mushroom
and-
is the best one.
and
Cream
then
of
cream of
tartar.
yeah, cream of mushroom is like the straightforward standard.
Well,
to go to.
it's slightly earthy.
There's like-
you
Yeah.
gotta
When you
buy-
have
cream
cream
of
of chicken, it's
oyster.
really salty, and that's what you got. It's cream.
There's cream of everything. Everything has a cream if you cream it enough.
And I mean, I'm particular about my tater tots. So like, if they aren't cooked right, that can ruin.
But
the
if
whole
you
fucking
put
thing.
Yeah.
potato tots on the top and they're crispy, you're good to go.
Yeah, if it's
Like
like
you don't want a
golden
soggy
brown-
top.
golden brown.
And when is this competition that our listeners can go show up
Next Sunday.
next Sunday? All right.
I don't know if it. You know, I don't know if you can just show up and eat hot dish. I don't know the rules.
I don't know.
Probably
Check
have to
out
pay
their
a certain,
Facebook.
Yeah. Have you seen or have you had the Hudson Fog yet?
I haven't had that one yet. I haven't been to
Okay.
any
Oh, there's
breweries.
cream of celery.
Oh, cream of celery is not bad, but cream of mushroom's still better.
I just don't like
um,
mushrooms.
Cream of
I
celery
guess-
is good if you just want the cream, but no other flavor.
I guess tomato bisque is in the also cream of category.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
you could do an
toma-
Italian hot
well,
dish.
yeah, tomato bisque you would put in the Italian one.
They also have cream of asparagus.
No, that's gonna make your pee smell. Funny.
Everything's got a cream.
But that does not affect the taste.
No, but it's gonna make your that affects my score.
That's a future problem that you won't be able to judge.
Oh,
at
and
that
of course,
time.
cream of potato is there as well.
Oh no, that's too much potato.
There's
I
a
don't know,
cream
but-
of potato.
Yeah,
That sounds amazing.
No,
they have
but-
Fiesta nacho cheese too. You know,
What is that a cream?
no
Cream
but
of
it's-
Fiesta nacho
Actually, they
cheese?
did put it inside. The,
So, but it's a
cream
soup.
of broccoli,
It's a soup though, so there you
Had
go.
cream of broccoli.
cream of mushroom with roasted garlic. Now there you go.
Whoa,
that's
wait,
thinking.
that's a thing?
Yep. Cream of chicken and mushroom is one of them as
No,
well.
I want the mushroom and garlic.
Well, I think
That sounds like if you use mushroom and garlic in your hot dish, you're gonna win. Guaranteed. With some tater tots.
The first one that has cheese is my.
no.
vote.
If you could use a nacho cheese soup in your hot dish, and then you put cheese on top of it, oh my god, there you go. You
I
got
would not like it.
It'd be great.
No.
It'd be cheese and potatoes. Probably
Seriously,
more
I didn't know
cheese.
there was cream of mushroom and garlic. Like,
I didn't either. That is a game
that's a
changer.
winner right there.
Like that changes my macaroni recipe completely.
But you probably have to add more garlic because it's probably it's canned cream. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta try
The
it.
garlic
first.
isn't going to be.
But it's still gonna get a hint.
Yeah,
give
but
a
I'm
hint
using
more
Kraft
of
But if
the-
you
macaroni
use
and
fresh
cheese in it.
garlic, okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to make an elevated hot dish,
You
but we're doing
you are living in an Italian family, so
like hot dish.
Yeah.
Hot dish. The point of it is, it's not elevated. It takes 10 minutes to put together. Like that is
And
the
you bake it.
entire. Yeah, like
okay. I'm hungry, guys.
Gordon just texted me. He apparently had a pint of beer dumped on him at the Viking game.
Yeah, Jen just texted me. He's like, "Well, Gordon's still here." I'm like, "Oh, is he coming?"
Yeah, he's gonna run home and then he's gonna be here. So it's
Okay.
about 15 minutes out.
Was he being an asshole or something?
Probably it's Gordon.
All right.
But all right, yeah, we should probably wrap up. So we came to the definition or the realization that Carlos apparently knows nothing about hot dish,
Absolutely
which really
nothing.
surprises the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about like hot dish competitions,
The
but I've
only-
had a lot of hot dish.
The only hot dish I've had access to is the stuff that they would have at school. It was like I would just never get it because it's like
Oh, the tater tot hot dish at school, always the best meal. Like right under
Well,
pizza.
I don't know. The Italian dunkers.
the pizza was disgusting.
Italian Dunkers was just a like a fucking hot dog bun with mozzarella cheese
Come on,
and garlic salt on it.
long hot dog. Come on.
Actually,
You're saying hot. Come on.
there was
French
no.
toast sticks.
Ours was just a hot dog bun.
There were
We didn't have foot long hot dogs in Ellsworth. I'm
It
sorry.
was just the bun.
there were no good school lunches.
The
The
pizza was
pizza was
delicious.
absolutely disgusting,
It was a square of pizza, man.
and it tasted disgusting.
It was delicious.
The hamburger
yeah.
was only edible if you like covered it in mustard and ketchup. Otherwise, useless. Just it was disgusting hamburger.
Carlos, you do not have a discerning palate.
I
You literally don't.
do. I'm sorry if like my discerning palate is like, yeah. It turns out that school lunches are just disgusting.
Maybe make sure you grab one of those for Pete.
There's one left.
We're gonna need more stuff for the snack bin.
Yeah, no, like once we started doing the snack bin, we're stuck doing the snack bin.
I am the snack bin.
No, you're the one who consumes the snack
You're the
bin.
I
devourer.
am the snack bin.
All right. Guys, thanks for tuning into this episode. If you'd like to support us, head on over to patreon.com/blindstudios, or if you can do any Amazon shopping, click on the Amazon link at the bottom of our homepage. If any questions, comments, show ideas, or what have you, go ahead and shoot us an email at feedback@blindstudios.com. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/blindstudios. You can find us on Twitter at blind_ninja. If you guys have any thoughts on how Carlos is wrong about hot dish, let us know.
I know I'm wrong about hot dish. I know.
Yeah,
that.
but we want to know how wrong. And I'll see you guys next week.
Yep, but